Hey there, welcome. So today we're going to talk about something that's baked right into every single computer, phone, and gadget you use every day. And that thing is called clock speed. Now I know that might sound like some deep technical jargon, but trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to totally get it. So let's jump right in. Alright, so here's a fun way to think about it. Your heart beats, right? About 60 to 100 times per minute. And that heartbeat keeps you alive. It pumps blood, it keeps things moving. Well, your CPU, that's the brain of your computer, also has a kind of heartbeat. And that heartbeat, that's what we call clock speed. Every single tick of that clock tells the CPU, okay, do something, let's go. So now you're probably wondering, what's this HZ thing I keep seeing? HZ stands for hertz. And 1 hertz simply means 1 tick, 1 cycle per second. So if something runs at 10 hertz, it's ticking 10 times every second. At 1,000 hertz, that's 1 kilohertz, it's doing 1,000 ticks per second. It's basically a way of counting how fast something cycles. Pretty simple, right? Now here's where it gets really cool. Modern CPUs don't run at 10 hertz or even 1,000 hertz. They run at gigahertz. GHz, and giga means billion. So when you see a CPU running at 3.5 gigahertz, that means it's doing 3.5 billion ticks every single second. Let that sink in. 3.5 billion heartbeats per second. That is mind-blowing. Okay, so why does any of this matter? Well, let's think about what a CPU actually does. Every time you click something, type something, open an app, your CPU is receiving a stream of instructions. Add these numbers, load this file, compare these values, and with every single clock tick, the CPU gets to execute one or more of those instructions. So the faster the clock, the more instructions get done, the faster your computer feels. Let me break down what actually happens in one clock cycle, because this is super interesting. Each cycle has 3 stages: fetch, decode, and execute. First, the CPU fetches the instruction from memory. Then it decodes it, figures out what it means. Then it executes it, actually does the work. All of that in a single tick. And at 3 gigahertz, this is happening 3 billion times a second. That's insane efficiency. So here's the key takeaway. More clock speed equals more instructions processed per second. If you have a 1 gigahertz CPU, it fires off roughly 1 billion instructions per second. Bump that up to 3 gigahertz, and now you're at 3 billion instructions per second. That's 3 times the work done in the same amount of time. This is directly why faster CPUs feel snappier, more responsive, and handle heavy tasks better. And you can really feel this difference in real life. Imagine 2 cars on a racetrack. One is doing 1.5 gigahertz. It's chugging along okay for basic tasks. The other is doing 4.5 gigahertz. It's a rocket. Opening apps, rendering graphics, processing data, it's all happening dramatically faster. That gap in speed is what separates a basic machine from a powerhouse workstation. Now, let's take a quick trip back in time. In 1971, the very first Intel processor, the 4004, ran at just 740 kilohertz. That's less than 1 megahertz. Then, by 1979, the Intel 8088 hit 10 megahertz. And in 1993, the original Pentium launched at 60 megahertz. Back then, these speeds were revolutionary. Engineers were pushing the absolute limits of what silicon could do. It's wild to think how far we've come. Fast forward to the year 2000, Intel hits the magical 1 gigahertz barrier. The world went nuts. Then, by 2006, we were cruising at 3 gigahertz. And today, in 2024 and beyond, we're seeing CPUs boost past 5 and even 6 gigahertz. The jump from 740 kilohertz to 6 gigahertz happened in just about 50 years. That's like going from a bicycle to a spaceship in half a lifetime. Absolutely incredible progress. Now, here's a really important concept. clock speed is not the only thing that matters. You also have the number of cores in your CPU. Think of clock speed as how fast one worker runs. Cores are like having multiple workers. So a single core 4.5 gigahertz CPU is one super fast runner, but an 8-core 3 gigahertz CPU is 8 solid runners working in parallel. For some tasks, like gaming, you want that fast single runner. For others, like video rendering, those 8 parallel workers crush it. Here's something fascinating that most people don't know. When your CPU gets too hot, it actually slows itself down on purpose. This is called thermal throttling. The CPU essentially says, hey, I'm overheating. I need to protect myself. And it drops its clock speed to cool down. This is why good cooling, whether it's a big heat sink, a fan, or liquid cooling, is so critical. A hot CPU is a slow CPU, even if it's spec'd for 4.5 gigahertz. Have you ever heard of overclocking? It's basically pushing your CPU beyond its rated speed. You go into your system settings and crank the clock speed higher than what the manufacturer set. And yes, it can make your PC faster. But there's a real trade-off. More heat, more power consumption, and if you push too hard, you can actually damage or fry your chip. It's a bit like flooring a car engine past its red line. Exciting, but risky. So here's something cool. Most modern CPUs actually have 2 speed ratings. There's the base clock, the steady, reliable speed it runs at when doing normal tasks, and then there's the boost clock, the higher speed it temporarily hits when it needs a burst of extra power. For example, a CPU might have a base of 3.2 gigahertz, but boost up to 4.8 gigahertz during an intense task. Your CPU is constantly managing this balance automatically. Smart, right? And here's something fun to think about. Clock speed shows up differently depending on the device. Your smartphone might run at around 2.8 to 3.5 gigahertz. Powerful, but optimized for battery life. A laptop might hit 3.5 to 4.5 gigahertz. And the high-end desktop CPU, that thing can push 5 gigahertz and beyond. The form factor and power budget of each device shapes what kind of clock speed is practical. Different tools for different jobs. Now let me tell you about one of the CPU's secret weapons, cache memory. Cache is a tiny super fast storage built right next to the CPU. When the CPU needs data, it checks the cache first before going all the way out to RAM. And because cache is physically so close to the processor, it can feed data at lightning speed, keeping up with those billions of clock ticks. Without cache, your fast CPU would be constantly waiting around for data. Not ideal. Alright, let's bring this to the real world. Gaming. When you're playing a fast-paced game, think first-person shooters, racing games, anything with lots of action, your CPU is constantly calculating physics, AI behavior, game logic, and more. A CPU with a high clock speed handles all of this smoothly, giving you high frame rates and buttery gameplay. A slow CPU creates lag, stutters, and those awful moments where the game just freezes. Clock speed is literally the difference between winning and losing. Same deal with video editing. When you export a video, say a 10-minute 4K project, your CPU is crunching through millions of frames, applying the facts, encoding audio. A fast 4.5 gigahertz CPU might finish that export in 2 minutes. A slower 1.8 gigahertz CPU could take 25 minutes or more for the same job. If you're a content creator, that time difference is huge, especially when you're working on tight deadlines. Clock speed directly translates to how fast your creative workflow moves. So how do you actually check your own CPU's clock speed? On Windows, just right-click on the Start button, click System, and you'll see your CPU name and speed right there. Or open Task Manager, go to the Performance tab, and click CPU. You'll see both your base and boost speeds, plus real-time usage graphs. On a Mac, click the Apple menu, then About this Mac, and the processor speed is listed right there. It takes literally 10 seconds. Go try it after this video. And that's a wrap. Let's do a quick recap. Clock speed is measured in gigahertz. Gigahertz. It tells us how many times per second your CPU ticks and processes instructions. Higher clock speed generally means faster performance for single-threaded tasks. Heat limits your speed through throttling, and modern CPUs have both a base and a boost clock. Whether you're gaming, editing, or just browsing, clock speed is quietly powering every single thing you do. Thanks so much for watching. If this helped, smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.